Joe Biden's boycotting the Winter Olympics. Bitcoin just took a Cristiano Ronaldo-sized dive, and we're starting a bar fight over your favorite Christmas movies. It's time for some political drinking games. Welcome back, Arya, right here.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, friend. How are you?
You know, if it were biblical times, it might be offensive to be, seated at the left side. But I'm seated at your right side, so I'm feeling good.
I mean, at this point, we could be back in biblical times. At this point, we feel close. It feels like there could be the end at any moment.
We could be sleeping in a manger together with unwashed virgins, and it'd be normal for this time of year.
I suppose so. Yeah, unwashed virgins roll through.
Yeah, right. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. All right. Well, we got a lot to get through today. We've got the vat of China drama is bottomless. We've got an Olympiad and also a nuclear submarine base that might be able to hit New York City sometime soon. That's a thing.
Sounds Chinese, yeah.
Well, if you crack it open, there's a message in the middle.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a fortune cookie.
Bad fortune for the United States, it seems.
Yeah.
Bad fortune also for Facebook and Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that a little. 80th anniversary of World War II beginning, at least in this country. One of our great veterans and former leaders, Bob Dole, recently dead and died, deceased, rest in peace. What's the right euphemism for that these days?
I just say gone girl.
Gone girl.
Yeah.
Everyone's just passed away. I hate it when people say passed away.
It's that time. The generation is leaving us, and we are not, but someone else is lifted up into that eldership now.
Right.
We are still children.
Yeah.
We are children.
Don't tell my IRA that. Actually, it would agree.
It would agree.
And we've got to kill, fuck, marry some Christmas movies.
Can't wait.
So first up, let's play Would You Rather. We have 3 drinking games here. We start with Would You Rather. You know how that works. 2 truths and a lie. Fairly self-explanatory there. And then we're going to kill, fuck, marry subject of the week, which I think we're both very excited about.
I'm really excited, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, but are you excited to talk about China?
I actually really am. I love talking about China. I'm the only person in the room who's always talking about China.
Is that actually true?
That is true. I've more often than not found myself in spaces being like, hey, you guys want to talk about China? And everyone's like, no, no, we don't.
Hey, do you want me to delete your phone number forever?
It's a great way to lose your friends. If you're looking to lose your friends, bringing up China consistently will do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we're not going to be friends because that's what's about to happen.
Great, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So we're going to talk about Stuck in the Middle. If I could sing, I would sing that Stuck in the Middle with You song, okay? And China is the common denominator here. So first, the Biden White House has officially announced what we had spoke about a couple weeks ago, which is the United States will not be sending a diplomatic delegation to the Olympic Games. It's customary for the president to show up and wave the flag literally and figuratively. We're not going to do that. China's response has been absolutely hilarious. They basically said, we didn't invite you, Joe Biden. But caught in the middle, who's caught in the middle of all this?
Yeah, who is caught in the middle of all that?
The people who have to get in that damn bobsled and do the figure skating.
Athletes are caught.
Right?
Olympic athletes having a tough few years, huh?
Right.
Wow.
First caught in the middle between coronavirus. Now everything they do is going to be inferred. Did the U.S., outperform China, or is this national decline?
Oh, wow.
I think the athletes are caught in the middle.
They're just caught, yeah.
Yeah. Also caught in the middle of the United States and China is a nation called Equatorial Guinea. And if this is your first time hearing about Equatorial Guinea, me too, brother. It is a tiny nation of 1 million people. It's famous for having a ton of oil, some coastline, and a kind of corrupt ruling family that's been at odds with the United States for a while, which is bad news because the news today is that China's building a naval base there that can basically support an ongoing invasion of the United States or Western Europe if it's completed. So now Equatorial Guinea finds itself caught between 2 superpowers.
Oh, okay.
The U.S. and China. So
wow.
Is that too much? Did I put you to sleep with that one?
No, it's interesting. I mean, I don't think about Western Africa very often, so here we are thinking about it. Here we are talking about it.
Yeah, but you don't be talking about China.
I mean, I get to talk about China. I also get to talk about the Olympics. I love the Winter Olympics. I'm getting the sense already. The energy shifted. So Keen Dog doesn't like the Winter Olympics. I stan the Winter Olympics.
I think the Winter Olympics, I'll get to the question, but I can't let that go unanswered. I think the Winter Olympics are dumb sports that only Disney characters would play, and I just can't get behind watching grown men in a bobsled. It's just not.
I can get behind watching grown men in a bobsled. Anytime you want to get in a bobsled, I'm with you. So that's just a difference of opinion, okay? I like slaloming and you don't. So that's that on that.
Might be bedrock beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay, but so would you rather be? Okay, so we're talking about great power, the great power game. Would you rather be these Olympic athletes who all they want to do is win a medal figure skating or doing some dumb sport that I don't understand, or this nation of Equatorial Guinea that is now pinned between these two superpowers? Like, who has the raw deal here between the athletes and New Guineans, Equatorial Guineans?
I'd rather be the athletes than anyone trapped between the Chinese government and the U.S. government. That feels like my actual worst nightmare. Rock in a hard place. Don't like it. So I'm going to take the athletes because at the end of the day, like you said, like really we send one human to the site of the Olympiad, and then they, like you said, wave a flag. It was Jill Biden went to Tokyo. So like the athletes still get to compete. The athletes still get to win medals. The athletes still get to do what they want to do. So I'd rather take that than like be near China's new oceanic fiefdom, which is also like such a hot topic in 2021. Coming out of the earlier Australian debacle.
Right.
China and oceans, also something I've loved talking about this year. Okay,
but do you know what happens to Olympic athletes after an Olympic Games?
They get an STD and go home.
I think that's actually true.
That's what happens to them.
You know, we do some fake news here. That's true.
Yeah.
They're poor.
Okay.
They're poor forever.
Okay.
They die.
Not everyone's Michelle Kwan is what you're telling me.
Right. They die, or Bodie Miller, or like these names, Nancy Kerrigan. They die penniless in an alley clutching their ice skates.
I'm glad you stopped saying the name Nancy Kerrigan before you started talking about dying, because those two things next to each other is not fun.
Yeah.
I don't love that for you or for Nancy.
Okay. I'm sorry, Nancy.
We're sorry, Nancy. Erupt apologizes to Nancy Kerrigan.
My fourth grade crush. Okay, but Equatorial Guinea, if you're like this tiny little nation, you're going to get the shit bribed out of you by these two countries. They're going to run up the tab trying to, curry that favor and buy that support, and you're going to be rich. So I think the Equatorial Guineans, I don't want to be Poland stuck between Russia and Germany when they're having, a bad day together.
Yeah. But this one turns you on.
A little bit. Like, I feel like the bribes could go, the bribes
But like,
go up.
what are they saying? Someone seemingly must have asked them what's going on.
What do you mean?
Like the Equatorial Guineans must have something to say for themselves in this circumstance. No.
Okay. All right. So I like where you're going with this, because there was this. Did you see that hilarious quote in the Wall Street Journal?
Yes. I was feeding it to you so that you could tell them what's going on.
What else can?
Yeah. We drink, we eat. It's a wonderful time here at Erupt.
It's life. You know, we live. Okay, so the Wall Street Journal reporters called the son of the dictator or something, who's the oil minister, like oil ministry in a country like that. Like,
nothing says corruption like an oil minister.
Yeah, let me just confiscate a few $1 billion to this. And his response was basically like, it was like if we picked up a spam call, he was like, I don't know who you are, submit your question. He tried to play it off like it was a wrong number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I
mean, that's what I would do. If someone was like, China's coming for you, this is the United States, I'd be like, sorry, he's not here right now. Call back later.
Yeah, you can put those nuclear subs here, but like we're going to put our nuclear aircraft carriers right there.
Right.
So.
I mean, I think to get serious for a moment, I do think this year we've seen, and in the previous few years too, China is doing something in the oceans. Right. Oceanic warfare?
Projection of power.
Right. There is a projection of power into the open seas.
Right.
Speaking about Disney princesses, The Little Mermaid is holding her pearls, waiting for whatever China's going to do.
Right.
But I do think that like we are talking about China in so many sort of like theoreticals about the ocean and theoreticals in general that it is kind of upsetting that like the thing that we're coming down on China about, like the source of the drama, for those who don't know, about the Olympics is because of human rights abuses. I'm like, we can come after China for so many different things, and we're not coming for them for the fact that like they are settling the ocean essentially for themselves, which was a unclaimed space beforehand.
Right.
I have questions. I feel like China's being much more active and being much more methodical and, for lack of a better word, villainous.
Right.
And we're just sort of like, but you're hurting people. It's like, no, there's actual stuff that we can come after them for.
But do you know what this is called?
Tell me.
This is the Game of Thrones.
It is the Game of Thrones.
This is the Game of Thrones. I mean, this is how does you project power? You project power across oceans. It's why we have bases in Guam and Hawaii. I mean, they're playing the superpower game, and now...
Are we losing that game, though?
We're losing this round.
Yeah.
We're definitely losing this round.
Don't love that for us.
But let's wait longer. Okay. All right. I feel like we've talked this one to death. I'm very excited about it. Like, we could do 3 hours on,
I could talk about the Olympics forever. Winter. Wow.
All right. You know what? I'll give you your speaker's minute moment here. What are you looking forward to watching?
It really is the ice skating.
Yeah.
And the slaloming. I think slaloming I love watching things that there's no way I could ever do. You know what I mean? Like when I watch cross country, I'm like, he's fast, but I too can run.
Yeah.
So like watching people slalom down the hill, I'm like, that is insane. The ski flying, that stuff, wow.
Yeah.
But the ice skating, when somebody picks someone up and just tosses them, full-fledged, throws them, and then they land on their feet, I'm like, wow, that is a beautiful metaphor for life.
It's a great, like, global competition is great because you just realize there are these places in the world where this is what people care about, and they like raise their children to be really good lugers or slalomers or something, and there's like a plaque in the in the yodeling hall, and it's just it is exciting to see the world.
This space will now also only be referred to as the yodeling hall.
Yes.
This is the yodeling hall now.
Okay, all right, well, let's get into this century. Okay, so we'd like to talk about questionable investing strategies. Nothing we say is professional investing advice for those of you who are lawyers and keeping score. This week capped off a really kind of bad period for sort of modern blue chip investments. So we're going to talk about Facebook and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Facebook, kind of ever since it entered the regulatory morass of like maybe we're ruining teen children's brains permanently, has lost 20% of its peak valuation. Bitcoin, same thing, regulations, taxes, those things that no one likes, has suddenly dove 24%
when
its
it hit
all-time high.
Yeah, it hit like 47,000 yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. So what? So you're a smart guy. You
hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to hold my purse. Crypto podcast.
Yeah. Crypto podcast. Yeah, we used to talk about crypto all the time. It was crypto for everyone.
Right.
Inclusionary crypto.
A Bitcoin in every pot, right?
That's what we'd like to see.
Yeah. But so what are you buying? What dip are you buying?
Okay. I'll say it here, and I'll say it as many times as possible. I'm never buying Facebook. Never.
Really?
Never. Facebook is a dinosaur. The only thing keeping Facebook afloat at this point, in my opinion, is WhatsApp. That's the only thing that I think makes Facebook at all relevant. I think Instagram is a mall, Facebook meta, if you will. Let's see where that goes. Maybe that'll be interesting. I personally like being outside with my friends. I don't want whatever is necessary, whatever. This was an Oculus is what this was. I don't want that. I don't care. And Mark Zuckerberg is not a likable guy. And people are not. I don't think the ideas of Facebook are exciting. And I do think that crypto is more exciting.
I think it's a boomer take. Children do not like being outside anymore.
Well, we've told them that outside is scary.
Yeah.
We've taught children that outside is scary. Also, you have to remember, like, kids grow up in schools now where they do shooter drills. If I had to do shooter drills, I probably also wouldn't want to go outside all the time.
Right. Well, okay, but let me put the question to you a different way.
Sure. Sorry, I had to bring up shooter. Sorry.
Facebook's actually a thing. Like, I bought Bitcoin this weekend.
Okay.
I actually don't own any Facebook stock.
Okay.
But Facebook is a thing. Like, it's a company with people. It's not like Bitcoin is an idea more than anything. It's an idea.
Yes, it is an idea.
And but are you you're an idea guy?
I am an idea guy.
Like, you'll always bet on the idea over the thing.
The big idea, yeah.
Yeah.
The idea that scares people, I'm interested in. I think that I've had too many conversations where people are like, cryptocurrency is a weapon that most governments are scared of. That turns me on. I'm like, yes, give me more. Yeah. And of course it's going to go up and down. I also think it goes really high so that it can become a bear market and so that it goes back down. I think that you're buying cryptocurrency, you're buying Bitcoin, you're holding it. You're holding it for a while. You're not, if you're looking for...
Well, you are.
Yeah, if you're looking for a quick buck, you're in the wrong game. There are other cryptocurrencies that you can buy rather than just Bitcoin.
So I think one of the takes that's wrong is that regulation and taxation will be the death of crypto. Hello, like too much tax, too much regulation, no bueno. Every businessman can tell you that. But when you're talking about an asset that people don't trust and they think is kind of sketchy and scary, I think a little bit of regulatory suck is pretty good.
And I also think that a lot of people use the regulation as a weapon to sort of make it less incentive.
Yeah.
They're de-incentivizing crypto because they're scared of it and they don't want it to do well. I think that that's something that's really important to reckon with.
Okay, but you know what else is really important to reckon with? Facebook is $1 trillion company. I would rather own their stock.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at this point also, in the same way that it says something about you if you hold cryptocurrency, if you are invested in Facebook, if you are touting around Facebook, that says something about you too. And you need to own that in the way that we psychopaths own owning crypto. Do you know what I mean?
You're boring and you settle easily if you hold Facebook. Is that
and you support that company? And I think as more information comes out about that company, the more I'm like, wow, okay, if that's what you want, that's what you want. There are other $1 trillion companies that you can invest in. It doesn't have to be Facebook.
You want to talk about them?
We can talk about any of them, sure. You can
I
talk about whatever you
it
want.
was like take the ethical palette of Google or Apple manufacturing iPhones with like slaves in China.
Back to China.
Yeah.
There it is. We're gonna keep talking about China, friends.
Global dominance is gone when people aren't shitting on us anymore.
Exactly.
God, American decline. Okay, let's talk about the opposite of American decline. So this episode will be released, I think, on December 7th. 2021.
If you say it, they have to put it on December 7th.
December 7th.
This episode was released on December 7th, 2021.
This episode brought to you by the number December 7th.
Yes, 12/7.
What else happened on December 7th?
The bombing of Hiroshima, no?
No.
No?
Close.
Pearl
You're
Harbor?
the
Pearl
other
Harbor.
bookend.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah,
Right,
Pearl
right.
Harbor.
Right, the day that will live on in infamy. December 7th, 1941. Okay. So
Infamy.
we have to talk about that. 80th anniversary of the beginning of World War II.
Let's talk about World War II.
I am a millennial.
I'm a millennial.
We are millennials.
What were you gonna call me?
Well, you might be younger than you are younger than me.
But not that young, friend.
Okay. Well,
I remember 9/11. I was present. I was conscious.
I was worried you thought that I was going to call you a boomer or something.
I mean, you could. I would question many a thing. Not boomer.
Yeah.
Give the close up of the nails. This is proof I am not a boomer.
Don't give the close up of the jeans because it's proof that he is a
Yeah,
boomer.
the jeans. They're Levi's. They're made in America.
Right. Great
American
picture.
decline.
Okay. Okay. So 80th anniversary of World War II. Our generation, the generations that preceded us, the boomers, the generations who fought in the damn war, we were raised to understand that World War II was the seminal event in American history, the great triumph of democracy. It sowed the seeds for the civil rights movement with the segregated armed forces, post-war America, consumer culture. Every goddamn story that we've been hearing about for the last 80 years began in World War II. I don't know that that's going to be the case. So as we talk about 80 years since World War II, my question to you is, you turn on the TV and it seems like the civil rights movement is kind of the great kind of heroic moment in American history now. Not throwing shade on that. I'm just saying like history goes in and out of style the way jeans and nail paint jobs do. So when we're sitting here on this show 20 years from now with grayer hair and less of it, will World War II still be the seminal event? Will they still be teaching kids that? Or do you think something will displace that in the near future?
Well, I would sort of reckon with the fact that like maybe it already isn't the seminal event.
Right.
I would think that it already maybe we're done with that. I do think, of course, we'll continue to teach World War II because it is a morality lesson. It is a globalist lesson.
Right.
I think it's also interesting, and I would say maybe in 20 years we'll do a better job of teaching about the travesty that was dropping the bombs in Japan. I think that will be a major twist. At least when I was growing up as a millennial, like we talked about it and there was a moment of like, this was a bad thing that we did, but like, it wasn't like, we didn't really own it.
Yeah.
So I would say that those will change. But yeah, I don't think that World War II will be the seminal event of our time.
Well,
because it will not have been for these people or their parents.
Or anyone.
Or anyone.
I mean, it's like one of the things that drives me crazy about World War II as it's depicted now when people, like, it's not like a fairy tale. It's not a spaghetti western. Like, it was just a horrible, just brutal, awful thing that happened in the world and required millions of people to pay with their lives. And, now it's just that Wikipedia line of, America hero, Nazis bad, win. Like, that's it. That's it. And it was just, it makes me sad when history gets condensed to a single log line.
But that's sort of,
that's what happens.
That's what happens. That's how history works.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Well, so if World War II isn't like, maybe you can put a bet on this. So
sure.
if it's not World War II, then like, what is it?
Oof, that's dark, bro. That's dark. This is gonna get dark fast. I think I'm gonna turn to camera.
Yeah.
The worst is yet to come. The worst is yet to come. I think the next 15 years we'll see an event that will define the next century.
What about a pandemic?
A pandemic is equally hot.
Right.
Equally
hot zone.
Impressive, if you will. I think there will be a moment about the last 5 years in general.
Yeah.
I think the way that America is moving, I think that the inherent division, I think we'll see. I do think if we continue to have a lot of doubt if we have a continued side-eye for this one, if we continue to have a lot of doubt about our political process and the legitimacy of our political process, that will become the story. I think if we start to doubt everything, then we will not be able to come back from that. And that will overshadow war. War will not matter anymore.
Well, if you look at why wars matter, like, They matter because things change a lot faster than they would if culture wasn't on such insane pressure of like mortal consequences. And I think the pandemic has done that. I think that I think we're going to be fucked up in our brains from sort of accepting death and injury and loss as sort of par. I already am. Maybe you aren't.
I am.
But how much is technology? How much is the way we live our lives? What we think about how the world is organized? Our skepticism that you alluded to towards our own way of life.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it has changed in precisely the way that it did in the Second World War, and God knows what's going to come next.
Right. That's the other thing is that since the pandemic isn't over,
right?
We're gonna say it's not over. Asking you out there, it's not over, right?
Yeah.
We're still here.
You tell me.
It's one of those things of like, I wonder if we continue to be in this continual COVID spiral for the next few years until the next pandemic comes.
Yeah.
Then yes, pandemic, the word pandemic, whatever disease aside, will be the defining thing in the way that world wars were the defining thing for generations before ours.
Right. Or hot take. Panic industrial complex, permanent, like the military industrial complex that never went away after the war.
Right.
I
mean, also hot take the environment.
Public health and
the environment. I mean, the oncoming environmental refugee crisis that we will be dealing with. Maybe not us personally, but that Asia will be dealing with will be very intense.
We can do something separate about this. I think that stuff's oversold. But all right, can I try?
That's his bet.
Yeah.
He wrote it. That was his bet that he thought it was oversold. So again, when we're here with less hair and it's gray, we'll be able to discuss that.
I'll let you know if we have to wear our ducky boots in from Santa Monica.
Okay.
Okay. Let's move. I want to. No, I'm not going to do it. Let's move on to Two Truths and a Lie.
Okay. You could have done it.
I like that. I like that you're into doing it.
I am into doing it.
Okay. Let's do. So let's talk about one of the all-time great. It's almost unfair to call Bob Dole one of the all-time great World War II vets. He's one of the all-time great World War II vets that we know about. Kansas Senator Bob Dole, who passed away this weekend, died. I told you I hate the word passed away. Bob Dole, who died this past weekend, age 98. He had been the Republican leader in the Senate during the Clinton era. 1996 nominee for president, did not win that election. Just a big figure in history who's dead. Yeah. So I'm going to do Two Truths and a Lie with you. Sure.
Also, before we do that, my favorite thing that I found in my research about Bob Dole, and maybe everyone knows this and I just don't know, but Bob Dole was a big advocate for national nutrition programs and food programs and making sure that everybody was fed and taken care of. And I thought that was ahead of its time, frankly.
Well, who makes all the food in this country?
That's a trick question.
The state of Kansas.
You said that with pride. I felt that pride. That way you were beaming.
I'm just all in on cynical politics but I'm all in on Bob Dole too. He was a good dude.
I'm in on Bob Dole. Absolutely. That's an icon right there.
Yeah. Life of Bob Dole. Okay. Two Truths and a Lie about Bob Dole's life. Wounded in World War II in Italy, was in a partial body cast for 2 years because of the just awfulness of his spinal injury. He was shot through the spine. Pretty bad, right?
Fuck.
Yeah, it sucks, right?
Yeah. Body cast is in here? Do we have details on the body cast?
For some time, it was neck down. I mean, literally, they shipped him home in a coffin compartment to Kansas, and the soldiers who shipped him home used his cast as an ashtray because it was.
I am obsessed with that. I know that's bad. I know that we were trying to revere this person, but I do love using a full body cast as an ashtray.
Right. It's pretty humbling. Okay, all right. Not always crippled from war wounds, though. Played basketball for the University of Kansas's legendary John Naismith, the dude it's the Naismith Trophy, right, for March Madness? I think so.
Girl, again, close up on the nails. I don't know. I went to NYU. We didn't have a basketball team.
Yeah, fake news. Last one.
Yeah.
1996, Bob Dole's the nominee for president. His first choice for running mate, not Jack Kemp, Dole Kemp 96, Anton Scalia, the Supreme Court Justice.
Wow.
But got told no. So,
wow. What a three.
Right?
What a three.
What a life. If two of these are true, your life was awesome.
Give it up for Bob Dole.
Right?
The crowd goes wild. I'm gonna say that basketball's a lie.
What about it?
It just is. It's just impressive to me.
Yeah.
And henceforth, I'm like, this man can't have done it all.
He was 6 foot something tall.
See,
big
that
farm boy.
also, wow.
Big farm boy.
God.
Broad shoulders. Right?
Wow.
Right? I mean, like this stuff is just so ridiculous that it has to be
Yeah,
true.
no,
right?
I also like need the body cast to be true.
Yeah.
If you were making up the ashtray thing, I like need that to be true.
Yeah.
And you know,
Like,
Scalia.
how is there not a movie about this guy?
I think there probably will be now. I think that down the street on Sunset Boulevard, someone is in a boardroom right now making the case for a Bob Dole biopic.
Yeah.
And they're casting the hottest man on the planet to play him. You know,
And somewhere here they're saying, can we cast the role diverse?
exactly. They're like, could he be black?
Yeah. Can we get Michael
Michael B. Jordan to play Bob Dole.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's not beat this dead horse to death.
Yeah.
This shit is all basically true. He was wounded horrifically in war, was paralyzed for a couple years. He always clutched, you know how he always clutched that pen?
Yeah.
It's because his right arm was paralyzed. So he had to
No way.
He had to take the pen and fold his arms around it, and it was a bad thing. He did play basketball for Kansas.
He did.
But I put a technicality in there. He played for Fog Allen, the other famous Kansas coach. So you did.
I was right.
You're right.
I was right.
You're a winner.
Oh, I love being a winner.
You and Bob
on a
Dole.
Monday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he did ask Anton Scalia, the Supreme Court justice.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Do we know why Scalia said no?
You know, it's in John Boehner's biography, and I can't remember why. I think Boehner, I don't know if it's true or not, but Boehner said he was the broker. Scalia said yes, and then he slept on it and was like, Supreme Court justice can't run for vice president. Like, the fuck would that say about this country? So, something like that.
What the fuck would that say about this country?
Well, nothing happened, so gladly we don't have to say it, you know?
Okay. We're waiting, Supreme Court justices. Who's it going to be?
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No, do it. Fuck it up. At this point.
Wait, you said the F word.
I did.
Do you want to
Oh my God.
Kill?
Yeah. Kill, fuck, marry.
You want to kill, fuck, marry?
Yeah, I want to kill, fuck, marry.
Do you want to kill, fuck, marry?
Yeah.
All right, so this is what we're going to kill, fuck, and marry.
Mm.
We're going to do it with a smile on our face. We're going to do some Christmas movies.
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, I feel like we could spend like a season just talking about what didn't make the list. But
True.
Yeah. But I'm going to give you Love Actually.
Okay.
Got to have a little Love Actually.
Yep.
Die Hard.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. And Elf.
Oh, love these choices.
Yeah.
Such good choices. OG Peter Dinklage.
Really?
and Elf.
Oh,
Never forget Peter Dinklage and Elf.
never forget it. Make a T-shirt out of that.
Yeah.
You got to kill one, though.
Oh, that's tough. You know, in the spirit of America, I'm going to kill Love Actually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that.
Foreign imports, no good.
Fuck that.
Wasn't that sort of the beginning
But like
of
Alan
Liam
Rickman,
Neeson?
if Alan Rickman was still around, he could call me.
Well, Alan Rickman's in Die Hard, so...
That's right. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great.
But, I mean, would we have Liam Neeson if we didn't have Love Actually?
Mm.
Would we have Mariah Carey if we didn't have Love Actually?
We would have Mariah. Mariah would be eternal still.
Would we have memes if we didn't have Love Actually?
This guy? You're talking about this guy?
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
I don't know.
Exactly how you are.
I don't know. I think we would still have memes.
Would we have Hugh Grant?
We'd be stuck with you, Grant. Yeah.
Would
Bridget
we-
Jones. Yeah.
would we have-
We'd still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would we have ever traveled to Portugal in the summer of 2016 if it wasn't for Love Actually?
That one's up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It remains to be seen.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna kill Love Actually.
It's probably my favorite movie on the list, but I think I would kill Die Hard because I'm sick about arguing whether it's a Christmas movie or not.
Oh no, I'm fucking Die Hard.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What are you talking about? Absolutely.
Are you okay?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Can I ask you which part of Die Hard you're fucking?
Bruce Willis.
Well, but there's the character arc there is.
Don't care. It's just a fuck, Alex.
I'm thinking.
I'm not marrying Die Hard. If I was marrying Die Hard, then we would go deeper into this. No, I'm just gonna fuck.
But I'm thinking when at the end when he's all bloody and he's got the gun taped to his back and
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that most of all. Depends on what we're doing, I suppose.
And
And then I'm marrying Elf because I want that youth. I want that energy. I want that Zoe Deschanel. I want that. I want the spaghetti. I want all of it. That to me is an iconic moment. And also just like Will Ferrell is one of my favorite working actors and working artists. I like really have such respect for Will Ferrell.
So I just have to play this true to my own life. I've seen Elf once. I saw it in the theaters. I've never seen it since. So I fucked it.
Wow. You did fuck it.
Like, that's it.
You fucked it.
That's it. It was worth a couple hours.
Wow.
I don't know that it was worth a lifetime.
Wow.
Love Actually is it is a film, okay? It's not a movie.
Oh my God.
It's a film.
Tell us.
That Beach Boys song at the end.
Wow. Yeah. No, you're not wrong. It is a film. There's
Yeah.
a Beach Boys song at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonus round, though.
Oh, yeah.
Is Don't cancel me.
Okay.
Is Operation Christmas Drop a modern Christmas movie classic?
That's tough.
That's a tough one, right?
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
A classic?
Well,
A modern classic?
modern classic.
I don't know, friend.
That's a very disappointing noise.
I don't know.
Is it possible to have a Christmas list without a Ryan Reynolds movie?
I think there might be. I think there might be a Christmas list without Ryan Reynolds. I think that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
No Tim Allen either.
That's a little bit more sacrilege to me.
Yeah.
Also because I do think the Santa Claus is it. I
Okay.
loved the Santa Claus.
Okay.
That really worked for me.
Okay.
Also, yeah, sorry, spiral of that. Sorry.
I guess coming next week, we're gonna kill, fuck, marry Tim Allen movies.
I'm just gonna kill, fuck, marry Tim Allen.
Until then, let the hate mail come in. This has been Political Drinking Games. Nominally, I guess this is political kill, fuck, marry Christmas games.
Yeah.
I love it.
Love that.
Here, seated at the right hand of Arya, I'm Keen Dog. Come find us. Come follow us on Erupt, erupt.news, at Erupt Now, basically everywhere else that you're already consuming content, so no excuse not to have more. And Arya, you've got a show too, right?
I do have a show called Nocturnal Eruptions. It is the opposite of the show. We just talk about sex all the time. So if you watch this and you're like, I need a reprieve, you just scroll to us, and we're probably talking about something nasty as fuck. So you can just roll through over there, and we'll meet you there.
Nothing is dirtier than partisan politics, my friend.
That's true.
It is a paid vacation. No, I'm kidding.
is, yeah.
All right. Political Drinking Games, we're done. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, dude.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.